La Jolla, Thursday, June 9th. So, very small surf. Next to no surf. Very flat. Anyway, hopefully the yellows decide to want to play today. Several other kayakers out there. Time to get out there, taking my time, but it's moving later. And make it all that important to be out here at my first night. On the surface here a minute ago, some ruffles, but then they just kind of disappeared again. Weird. Got bait made, not flying line long enough just because I've been looking for better marks, but just cast into a bunch of them and gone. It was a big ball area. I don't know what happened to it now. It's just right here a minute ago. If there's big balls around the area, I might just gotta keep an eye on possible yellows coming up. That's just, I guess that's by Sabiki out here. But at times it's definitely near the south border, but not quite. Sabiki now. Bunch, and then all of a sudden on the surface there was a whole bunch. But as soon as I keep an eye on it, people can find more. See if I can get another boil somewhere. Probably a calico. Out of that, likely to be a lot of calicos. Came off somehow. I don't know how. Huh. Well, let's see what the hell that thing is. Looks like some kind of a giant bag here. I don't know what the hell. Oh, a nice calico. Very nice calico. Hello. Oh yeah. Good size calico. Okay, another calico on the Nomad. And he's just over 14 and a half or something, but I'm gonna let him go. You going? Got a little bit of bloody lip, but see ya. All right, you going? Back home. That's the size. That looks like the size.
Calicos are hitting that, huh?
Oh yeah, the old calicos will hit anything.
Yeah.
Bass, okay, see you later, guy. Bye.
All right, buddy.
But yeah, no, that was Still trolling the Nomad. Caught a bunch of calicos. You know, they 3 go. I kept 1. Surprised I didn't hook up more with all the marks I've gone over, but that's not really what I'm targeting anyway. This catch up here, because the one I kept is like 18 inches, and then all the other ones were all legal, but you know, 14 and a half and higher, several 16 inches. But I like, yeah, I don't really need them. But sure was hoping that in that same area crossing there, what used to be outside of the Cup, but was certainly hoping that maybe I'd find a white sea bass. It's a crazy year. I've seen them. It's like hardly any time. I know they're there. Lots of marks of big fish, and they're not all yellows either, but this year, I'm not spending any time at any one spot. I'm just kind of cruising. I've been trolling. Gone up and down to the south 3 times now, to the south border in fact. But sometimes there's good marks, better marks, and then several of the boats are leaving. The wind actually is lower than it was. It was worse earlier, and it's a lot nicer now. But I don't know. Just fishing wise, you know, I chased a couple of those bird, you know, cyclones, turf, you know, but they just ended up being dolphins and seals, sea lions, and they were just, you know, some calicos, but nothing else, nothing bigger, no big fish marks at any of that when that happened. Just some bait. I like the other. You never know, so you gotta always check them out. With the trolling, I'd be going a little bit faster trolling the Nomad than trolling the Live Mag. That way I could cover faster, more water. So that's why I haven't pinned the live one on. I got at least 7 or 8 in my, got I think at least 2 greenbacks, and the rest are all Spanish, but I got about like 7 or 8 in there in my tank, but I haven't used any just because I've been moving around looking for better marks and reasons to want to drift. So I just been using the Nomad, so that way I can go at least 4.5 to 5 miles an hour. Can't control light back, that's some drama. 2.5 is about max. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything with better signs, so that's what we're doing. Cruising areas, looking for, hopefully you find that those breezers have come by or something, and or a mark, or there's a whole bunch of big marks, you know, them moving around. That hasn't happened. I'm the only one out here checking out. I even saw Gabe, Chris Blevins out here too. I hadn't seen him in months. But he was out here. He said he's been fishing a lot of lakes. And Gabe was here, and a friend of his, I forget his name now, horrible, like I think most guys are, about remembering him. He introduced himself to me this morning. We were talking for a while at lunch. He launched us a little before Gabe. Here we are, La Jolla, Saturday, June 11th. And very low surf today. But of course Saturday, so yeah, everybody and their brothers here. There's a whole bunch already out there, but nice thing is I can get the hell out there fast. Enjoy the day. Nice, beautiful. Hope they don't think we'll clear up much. So. outside the reserve line, and even though there were marks, nothing was hitting, so I didn't want to waste any time there. Came out here and made it right away. Probably got about more than 10 big greenbacks in there. I don't need no more. Now let's just search around for a good place to let them run. There's the 2 kayakers over there. Alright there. There's the rival, I guess it is. Anyway, just dropped off the skiff there. He's spreading the net out. See, making a big circle, trying to get bait. I made bait just a little bit past behind. Well, actually, I made it over by the pier, but there is a bunch of bait here. There was a little bit breaking. No big surface breaks. So keep looking for that because they happen random out here, but they do happen. Been here before when that's happened. So you never know, but right now I got a greenback light line. He's going deep, so we're at 62.8, so basically 63 feet. Just north of the boundary there, there's a razor house up there straight ahead. So we're just in, that's basically the south side of that canyon opening there is kind of like the line. Circle there with the net, spreading it out. The skiff there sort of holding the other end of the net. We don't close it up. Close up the net to circle the bait. So you can see all the birds there circling the center of that bait. See, they got a big old yellow floats on top. That skiff's designed where it's got a big cage thing around the prop so it can go actually over the net and not catch the net. It's got big skegs on there, or skids, whatever. It's like, yeah, now it closes up the net, they'll close it up, they'll start to winch it in. That's how they catch your bait. And, you know, macks are mixed in, or sardines, whatever. I've never seen the anchovies. I've actually never caught one here. Man, I don't know. Even my sabikis, when I dropped on the 8s, I don't think I ever caught the anchovy. Sardines I've caught out here. Smelts. Lots of macks. Prefer the macks, Spanish or greenbacks. Well, the greenbacks better. Got a whole bunch of them today. Got a couple. About 2 Spanish maybe. So yeah, they're happy, go lucky there in the tank. He's probably about 11 inches. The other guy was probably about 13 or so. But yeah, he's tugging good. So I'm looking here. I said there'd been some good marks. Right now it's just bait marks, but there had been some really good heavier fish marks. See, there's the reserve line. I'm just going up and down here. Usually this is where I used to come up here just to make bait. Used to be able to find bait right here, from here to that canyon. See, there's bait jumping behind me, right over there. See, a little bit, nothing big, but there is stuff being chased. I think some of the smaller bait being chased by those bigger greenbacks. But at any time, boom, you know, school of yellows can come by. And again, the marks tell me that they're possibility of them. They're not even sea lions. There are some decent big marks. This whole area up here, though, I've come up here and hooked up threshers, big yellowtail, personal best yellowtail, over 40 pounds, several of them. Years ago, lost about at least 46 pounder, and I caught 45 or so pounder in the last, you know, since it was bled, a little hard to guess, but it was right about 45 pounds, and the other one was just over 40. Both of them caught right up there, type of where you see the green end, that big antenna. I really can't see it on TV on the screen, but probably where the green ends, right at that green ends of the golf course, there's an antenna there for the Navy that's been there since the 50s, 40s, who knows. And even with that sucker is where I caught in about the same kind of depth here. We're 61, I caught about 53 feet, but same kind of thing. And you just would never know it. All you ever see is this kind of a flat type bottom. You hardly ever find any kind of structure, but hey, the fish go by this. Nice big yacht. don't know if it's a whale watching thing or just some private boat with a bunch of, you know, friends. Big money.
Pulled up too.
There was huge bait underneath, down low, or you know, about 100 feet down and lower, but I'm at 160 feet. But nothing, no other individual marks. And then other areas I've been where there was bait and huge individual marks, and still only one mac I had looked like it got hit by a calico, and that was it. And it didn't even hook up. It just like it got hit, it lost some skin and stuff. And I don't know, is that a sea lion or a dolphin over there? Just saw something over there. I haven't seen any dolphins today. I've only seen some sea lions here and there, but very weird. Lots of decent fish marks in certain areas, but it hasn't turned into any bites. See, the little twitchy over here, my bait gets a little twitchy like that, but yet there aren't any real marks on the fish finder right now. Just very small stuff. And there's some more, but we're getting into some more. Now there was a huge thing that was like 50 feet thick of bait, the whole width of the screen. But it hasn't turned into anything else. Keep looking for it. I haven't seen any kind of breakups at the surface anymore. Been all the way over there to the end, you know, by Savannah Beach, and my spot where I caught my personal best, fished all those areas. Lots of, again, bait marks and individual fish, but no hits. No hits whatsoever. A couple other guys I talked to out there on kayaks, same thing. Lots of bait and stuff, haven't caught anything, so I don't know, unless somebody's targeting like calicos and stuff. I went over to where the new Seaforth was fishing at the end of the Torrey Pines, and then he left. I just got to his sled to see if there was anything attracted by it. There were some marks, but nothing better than anywhere else. And again, that's the only area where it looked like a calico came up and hit my mat, but didn't really take it. Not really clearing out, but it is a little bit clearer, sunnier. Better than it's been for, you know, a week. Can't believe that I haven't been able to see any, even bird action in some places didn't really amount to anything other than bait. I certainly would have expected out here to see a few boils here or there.